So all week we've been talking about these lies that have been generated from the MAGA Republicans in regards to Haitian immigrants out in Springfield, Ohio. Well, MSNBC has done a follow-up article, a news report, and has tracked down where the post originated from and spoke to the woman who put this lie out. Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, Tabitha Speaks Politics. Now what I said in the intro is fact. CBC caught up with the woman who made these lies, these false rumors. She put it out on Facebook, okay? And she thought that she could just be racist online and it wouldn't blow up to what it has blown up to today. Blown up to be put on a worldwide stage at the presidential debate the other night by Donald Trump. Of course, the lie and the rumor was spread to him through lying Laura Loomer. Anywho, let's read what this woman had to say. Here's the article right here. You can get to the article. I'll put a link down in the description box so you can share the article, or you can just share this video and encourage your people to follow Tabitha Speaks Politics. Now, CNBC is reporting that the woman behind an early Facebook post spreading a harmful and baseless claim about Haitian immigrants eating local pets that helped thrust a small Ohio city into the national spotlight says she had no first-hand knowledge of any such incident and is now filled with regret and fear as a result of the ensuing fallout. The fallout being that innocent Haitian immigrants who were invited to move to Springfield, Ohio to reinvigorate the economy are now having to deal with threats from crazed MAGA Republicans. Threats, schools being shut down because of bomb threats, local government facilities having to shut down because of bomb threats, all stemming from this woman who chose to go out onto the internet to spew a racist lie. Quote, "It just exploded into something I didn't mean to happen." End quote. This is Erica Lee. Oh yeah, they put her name in the article. Erica Lee, a Springfield resident, told NBC News on Friday. Lee recently posted on Facebook about a neighbor's cat that went missing, adding that the neighbor told Lee she thought the cat was the victim of an attack by her Haitian neighbors. NewsGuard, a media watchdog that monitors misinformation online, found that Lee had been among the first people to publish a post to social media about the rumor, screenshots of which circulated online. The neighbor, Kimberly Newton, said she heard about the attack from a third party, NewsGuard reported. Newton told NewsGuard that Lee's Facebook post misstated her story that the owner of the missing cat was an acquaintance of a friend rather than her daughter's friend. Newton could not be reached for comment. Lee said she had no idea the post would become part of a rumor mill that would spiral into the national consciousness. She had since deleted the Facebook post. Other posts have contributed to the false allegations, including a photo of a man holding a dead goose that was taken in Columbus, Ohio, but was spread by some online as evidence of the claims about Springfield. Graphic video of a woman who allegedly killed and tried to eat a cat was also found not to have originated in Springfield but in Canton, Ohio, and does not have any connection to the Haitian community. Local police and city officials have repeatedly said there is no evidence of such crimes in Springfield, but that hasn't stopped the lies from spreading across the country and igniting a national frenzy that landed on the presidential debate stage this week. Former President Donald Trump has his running mate, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, who was born less than an hour away from Springfield, have repeated the baseless allegations. Lee said she never imagined her post would become fodder for conspiracy theories and hate. Quote, "What do they always say after they get caught with their hands in the racist cookie jar? I'm not a racist," end quote. She said through heavy emotion, adding that her daughter is half black. And there she goes, using her daughter's ethnicity, her daughter's part racial makeup to prove that she is not racist. When we know that racist people married to black people, we know racist people who have had black friends for years, they continuously show us just how racist they are. But continuing, adding that her daughter is half black and she herself is mixed race and a member of the LGBTQ community, quote, "Everybody seems to be turning it into that, and that was not my intent," end quote. A lot of people need to learn impact versus intent. What you intended may not be necessarily what impacts society. Listen, we know that people of mixed race, people who are closely tied to black people, hell, white masters back in slavery times were the racist of all races, and yet they still had sexual relations with black women. White people who are of mixed race, people of color who are not black, can continue and have proven themselves to be racist against black people. This past week, there has been a lot of news chatter, a lot of news reporting about the Fraternal Order of Police endorsing Donald Trump. My response to that is, what do you expect from an organization that was once called the Slave Patrol? Yes, do some homework, do some research. The organization that is sworn to protect and serve was once called the Slave Patrol. Anywho, the president of the Fraternal Order of Police, his name is Patrick Yose. He went on to Fox News on yesterday to discuss the Fraternal Order of Police formally endorsing Donald Trump.
So here to react, National Fraternal Order of Police President Patrick Yose. Thank you for being with us this morning. First, let's talk about the endorsement of President Trump. Why did the Fraternal Order of Police decide to endorse Donald Trump?
Well, our endorsement process is pretty unique. It's pretty extensive as well. Our members get to make this decision. So as a result, we have members across this country are making this selection between two candidates based off of what real conditions are within their communities. So what we're seeing is an overwhelming support for President Trump, and much of that probably has to do with the revolving door of criminal justice system, with the open borders that have created chaos within our communities. So our members, made a very thoughtful decision, and we voted yesterday. Took the poll across the country, and it was overwhelming for President Trump.
Number one, we're going to debunk that lie about border security. The Fraternal Order of Police does not care about border security. If they cared about border security, then they would recognize the fact that Donald Trump is the reason why the border security bill that Congress worked on died. It never got passed. It never made it to Joe Biden's desk because of Donald Trump. Why? Because instead of fixing the problem, he would much rather run on the problem. If the problem was fixed, he would have nothing to run on. So when he got wind that Republican members of the House and Republican members of the Senate were working together with Democrats of the same to come up with a border security bill, Donald Trump placed a call to his minions in the House and in the Senate, and he had them to kill the bill. So the bill went nowhere. Now, Joe Biden did put in an executive order to try to implement some of those things that were a part of the bill, which has improved issues on the border since he signed that executive order into law. But Donald Trump is the reason why there is no border security bill, no law, no policy in place. He had his minions kill it. So the Fraternal Order of Police does not care about border security. If they did, then they would be holding Donald Trump accountable for what he did. He even told us right here, he even told us that you can blame him on the killing of the bill. The second lie that we are not going to allow this man to spew over on Fox News, that the crime statistics, the FBI has already come out and said that crime is down. Let me read for you this report from CBS News titled FBI Quarterly Report Shows 15% in Violent Crime Compared to Last Year. The latest preliminary quarterly crime figures from the FBI show dramatic decreases, a 26% drop in murders, robberies down by nearly 18%, and violent crime overall down 15% in the first quarter of 2024. Now, this report does not include other things like petty crime and things like shoplifting, that type, non-violent crime, right? It doesn't include that. But what this man is trying to portray is a flat out lie. Okay, so the reason for the Fraternal Order of Police for endorsing Donald Trump, to me, it has nothing to do with what they are trying to push, because we can do our research and easily debunk the reasons that they're giving as to why they endorse Donald Trump. Why would an organization that's supposed to stand for law and order endorse a felon? Donald Trump is a felon. And to me, them endorsing a felon has made their entire organization a joke, a mockery. Donald Trump faced 91 indictments. He has been able to get those indictments down to 12. He was found guilty on 34 counts. 45 counts, him and his team of lawyers have managed to get dismissed. So right now, he's only facing 12. Okay? But that doesn't negate the fact that he is a convicted felon. That doesn't negate the fact that he has been found liable twice for 1, defamation, and 2, rape of E. Jean Carroll. Right? And he's currently facing sentencing in November for those 34 counts that he was found guilty of. Why? For falsifying business documents so he can cover up an affair that he had with Stormy Daniels. This is the candidate that they chose to endorse instead of the candidate that worked closely with police departments. The former district attorney, the former attorney general. They chose to not endorse her, but to go with a criminal. And the reason why they decided to go with the criminal is what they gave us, border security, which the criminal is the reason why that bill didn't get passed. And they chose to talk about the increase in crime when the FBI has put out a report showing that there has been a decrease in crime. No. In my opinion, the Fraternal Order of Police and their members chose to endorse Donald Trump because Donald Trump promised to indemnify the police. That's why they endorsed Donald Trump. Here's video of Donald Trump promising to indemnify the police.
We will restore law and order to our communities, and I will direct a completely overhauled DOJ to investigate every radical, out-of-control prosecutor in America for their illegal, racist, and reverse enforcement of the law. I am also going to indemnify all those policemen that were shaking my hand back there. You better be listening. Police officers, law enforcement, please listen. But we're going to indemnify police officers and law enforcement officials throughout the United States from being destroyed by the radical left for taking strong actions on crime. They're going to be indemnified. We're going to pay them for their costs, for their lawyers. You know, policemen have to go, in many cases, hire a lawyer to protect themselves. The state doesn't want to get involved. These people are crazy, what they're doing to our country. Policemen are forced not to do anything when they want to, and under the threat of losing their pension, their house, their family, they lose everything. And they're afraid to move. They have to be. Anybody would be. They lose their house, their family. They lose everything. They lose their pension. And we're going to indemnify them, do the job. They can do the job, and they want to do the job. When they're standing there in front of a department store that's being looted by 400, mostly kids, but other people too, and they want to do something so badly, but they're told not to because there's liability. They're not going to have any more liability. They're going to do their job. They're going to stop it.
And what does it mean for police officers if Donald Trump indemnifies the police? It means that they won't be held accountable for abusing citizens in this country. For the beatings, the murder, rapes. There are police officers all across this country who have been charged and found guilty of rape and are now in prison because of it. But when Donald Trump gets into office, him indemnifying the police makes all of that go away. So police officers across the country will have carte blanche specifically to abuse black and brown people in this country and not be held accountable. That's why the Fraternal Order of Police chose to go with the criminal and not the one who actually stands for law and order.